Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. Wow. Okay. I see by the comments some of you saw the little short I did on the tornado warning we had here. Yeah. Everything survived. Once again, no tornado showed up here. There was people talking about on the other side of Interstate 15. It was a small twister out there, but it's about the size of a large dust devil. But that's the only thing anybody saw. Nothing being picked up, nothing being tossed around other than dirt. All right, so let me get over here on the comments. And okay, so first one in was Mark at Chef Tech. Second one was CB at Hugo Homestead. Then Walt Rogers. Phelan Clan Wolf was fourth. And Phelan said he got a golf ad. CJ, the preparing preppers in the house. Canadians here. Diana 2 is here. Mother Earth Garden Club. Took by V. Tammy Harder. Laura Tanaka. Utah Mike is here. Kaylin Strain is here. All right. What? Happy Assumption Day. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a thing or if it is. That one I haven't heard. All right. Ooh, yeah. So the when I made that video I put out earlier, a couple hours ago, I mean, it was like I was watching the grandsons ride their scooters around outside. Then I heard a little tink, tink, tink of rain hitting the bathroom fan here next to me, and I'm looking out, and they're looking at me. They're just laughing, and they're going around. Okay. Next thing I know, they put their scooters away, and the two of them put their scooters away and went running back out there. Eli's still going around as a happy clam. And then I get a phone call from my daughter saying, "Can you get Eli out of there? The wind's picking up. It's really bad." And I could just start to hear the roar inside here. So I ran out there, sent Eli home. Eli went scampered out the street, stopped and looked both ways, and because it really started to blow and stuff, ran back in, grabbed my camera, went out and started filming what was going on out there. And the willow trees were getting blown around pretty much like they were the second to last Saturday of July, then when I put out that 5-minute video showing everything being blown around. And then they really started bending and some branches started flying, and it really got intense. And I stopped filming, came inside, started checking the news sites because my daughter called again saying that there was a tornado warning, and it was more just a tornado warning. I mean, they put out, it went out, it went boom, 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 boom. And from the least to the most alerts, I mean, just one right after another, this one, 10 seconds later, this one, 10 seconds later, they were as fast as they could put it out. It was intensifying that bad. And then 20 minutes later, it was gone. So that was my excitement for the day here. Utah Mike got the monsoons down there. Thank you very much, Tammy. Yeah. Seeing how, of course, if my wife was here, I could have asked her and she would have known. She's former Catholic. I was in, headed to the bus stop station, changed to, okay. Just double checking up on stuff. Yeah, I didn't do a Dust Devil video on it because that was like 5 miles away plus because it was on the other side of Interstate 15. But I just heard people talking about it on saw people talking about it on Facebook, and so that's what that was going on. All righty. Shawnee is here. Welcome. And Suni's here. Mother's Garden Club got about a half inch of rain last night, over by 6 a.m. And last night we got, again, one of these little, a little bit of sporadicness before I opened up the windows to cool the house off. And then all of a sudden temperature dropped, and all of a sudden I said, man, it's getting cold in here. So I turned off the one fan and closed that window, left the other one open, blowing air in. And then about half an hour later, it's like, I went over to it and I turned it down to low. Shawnee got 2 inches of rain last night. We've been getting rain on and off here. For the most part, I haven't had to worry about watering the garden at all. The pumpkins, the butternuts, and even the trees out there I haven't need to worry about. As I go out and I check the little white, the tops of the IBC totes that I have around them like a weed ring. And there's water, a little bit of water still sitting in it, it's soaking down in. So that means that the water's getting in there for them. But yeah, let's see. Let me get rid of this other thing here. And take that out. Let me check the weather here one more time here. See what it says here. Okay, so we actually got up to we're up to, or coming down now to 71. The low tonight's going to get down in the 40s here, which means I only need to have the kitchen window open and the fan blowing there. They eliminated the rain tonight. Originally shown rain tonight and tomorrow morning. Tomorrow sunny and clear. Well, sunny and clear for Friday and Saturday. Saturday night, 20% chance of showers. Sunday, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. That's what they said earlier today when the winds went crazy. Monday, we got 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday and Monday night, and we get up to 86, and on Tuesday we start dropping back down again. Yeah, down to like 78 on next Thursday. So we can expect something next Thursday. Cool. I got I've seen blossoms out there, so I haven't had to pay much attention to them. I've been paying more attention to the pumpkins because my daughter will process the pumpkins first, and so I got to go out there and check my butternuts and see if any fruit set from the blossoms might have had on it. What's interesting is that the thing showed that the most people coming from California, like 85% to 15, 85% are right-wing Republicans. Same thing from Washington and Oregon. only a little bit higher for Oregon. Yeah. But most of the Republicans coming from California are trying to make it more right wing, pushing for that. At least the ones I've always heard about. And oh, I forgot to throw that up there. I'll throw it up there in a minute here. So Mark said about 200 pounds of his tomatoes, winding down. Oh, hang on here. Boise has been going a left wing nut for a couple decades. I mean, that's how Governor Little got in there, and the cohorts he has, that are trying to screw the state up. And the only thing that's stopping it is that there's little private lawsuits being filed, and he knows what's going to happen if he pushes it, if he and his other little cohorts there in the state legislature push things too far. He's going to find himself being arrested. Yeah, Utah, Mike, that I have heard. They're skipping over Idaho and Nevada and going to Utah, because Utah's been letting the people have been letting the wingnuts, say crap and get into office there. Hey, Brenda, how's it going? Duncan 1900 Homesteads in the house. John Lives is here. Cool. Well, let me jump over here to the my emails. So I got 10 things to go over here. And so here's the news from California. There are some from other parts of the nation too, maybe. Headline: California among the worst states to have a baby in. And so let's go down and find the actual ranking here. Okay. Kind of hard to tell which way it's going. So they included 50 states and District of Columbia, the swamp. So it says California came in 30th with a score of 47.67. Ohio was 29th with a score of 49. Okay. So I'm not trying to tell which one's the highest or which one's the worst. I said they're giving a ranking, but not saying which way the ranking's running. Yeah. Oh, the three best states. All right, the higher the number, the higher scores is better. The three best states to have a baby in were Massachusetts, North Dakota, and Minnesota. The worst state was Mississippi. So the lower numbers are worse. So going back up here. So since California came in 30th, there are 21 places better. And Ohio came in below it, and Missouri was better than California. Okay, and I think it's probably worse than that because, it's worse than that if you move towards actually along the coastline of California in the red zone, not the red zone, the blue zone. Grammy Karen, how's it going? Moon over Miami, welcome. All right, let's go back here. Big Lots, formerly known as McFrugal's, before the left wing nuts. Oh, you're insulting the Irish, and the Irish put up a big fight saying, "No, we want it. We like it. We're proud. We're proud of it." And they go, "Oh no, you're not. It's an insult." And made them sued them, made them change the name, so they changed it to Big Lots to close most California stores, which is what they were being sued at. All right, and so they're losing that there with that. Now there's a Big Lots here in Idaho Falls. I haven't been in there yet. Maybe I ought to go in there before it goes bye-bye, or as they're moving stuff from California to the other stores around here. In Contra Costa County in California, combats West Nile virus in area of high detection. I've heard several counties in California get high detection. Most of them are along the Delta, which would be Sonoma, Napa, Solano, Alameda, Marin, San Francisco, Sacramento County, and Tuolumne, and other counties and stuff like that. San Joaquin counties where along the rivers and stuff are getting, quote, big numbers of West Nile virus. However, comparing those numbers to where they were 15 years ago, the numbers are way down, way down. All right, let's see. This one's from the Epic Times. I have to see which state it was in. I think, Washington. So state of Washington, the appeals court reverses the Christian Chase case against state of Washington, where the state of Washington had won originally, and now they've lost. Now it's been reversed. The Christian group in Washington has shown it is being injured by the state bias law. Federal Court of Appeals ruled on August 12th, reversing the lower court decision, reviving the group's case against state officials for being racist and prejudiced. The Union Gospel Mission of Yakima, Washington, sued over the Washington state law against discrimination, which bars employers from discriminating based on sexual orientation. The group said the law was unconstitutional as it is being affected by the law because it discriminates a form of employment and discriminates a form for employees to sign agreeing to an adherence to a Christian lifestyle belief. And so and so the federal court says, your law is unconstitutional. So that's a good one for true believers there. And let's see, we'll go back here. We got La Nina is running late, folks. You know, the weather pattern changing out in the Pacific there. And what this one caught my thing, so I already looked it up. So what basically when La Nina runs late, you generally have cooler temperatures, especially in the south in the wintertime, as well as wetter weather. So that's what they're now calling for this winter is cooler temperatures, more moisture. Now, when it says cooler temperatures, it's not talking about extreme. However, today I was checking out several weather channels, and they're showing coming down through the eastern half of Montana, heading east, a dip of another polar vortex pushing down from Canada. That's going to push down and eastward. So that's going to get ugly. They just show for Washington, Oregon, Idaho, western Montana, Utah, and Nevada, and Northern California. 5 to 15 degrees. I remember 5 to 15 degrees cooler for the coldest parts of it. Temperatures say we hit that, but 2 to 3 inches more precipitation for the winter. Whether the guys got their tinfoil hats on with the antennas going beep 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 and actually get it predictions right, don't know. All right, hang on a second here. I forgot to put something out there. There we go. And come over here and pin that. So I just saw a message from Mark, and I haven't even heard that one. But I have heard they've now changed the name of, is that even in here? Make sure. Okay, it's not even any of the news things yet, but I found it from other medical sites and stuff, and alternative news sites. They've changed the name of a certain thing. Here he is. There's another certain thing coming in. They just calling it now Mpox.
Whatever.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be on a severe rise in that continent south of the Mediterranean, and they're fearing that travelers are going to spread it all over the world.
Oh, the WHO just said it's an international emergency, so line up and get your pokey.
Yeah, as soon as they said that, other ones started saying other stuff too. But
yeah, well, a lot of things
it hasn't shown up in any hardcore mainstream media outlets yet. Let's see. Here's the next one. 3 of America's worst housing markets are in Northern California.
Oh, say it isn't so. Oh, they'll fill the houses up soon with people that are just showing up, and they'll pay for it for them. And yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. They did have it here on the Mpox. There is one from the this was put out through the Epic Times on it, and that was put out yesterday. Good news for homeowners in California, especially in the San Francisco Bay Area. The $20 billion housing bond was dropped from Bay Area ballots. There's a bunch of people got together and say, "Oh, we're going to create our own governmental agency." And let me get in here so I can look at that, so I can get that fake agency's name. There we go. The Bay Area Housing Finance Authority. Like, who gave them permission to create themselves?
And where are they going to get the funding from? Oh, we'll just
tax
our own people. Yeah.
They were putting taxes on all 9 counties surrounding the San Francisco Bay Area, so they can build low income housing, and they're going to make everybody else pay for it.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, I think anybody that's on that Bay Area Housing Finance Authority needs to have their homes taken away from them to pay for anything first.
No, I think they should build it right next door to them.
They need to take their homes away from them, auction the homes off, and then give them the cheapest little ones and make them pay double the rent as what they would be paying for their homes. Yeah, I want to punish them.
Rules for thee and not for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Say, oh, here, you like doing that? Well, here's our ones for back at you. All right. Back over here. All right, last 2. And this one here is going to be interesting. I got a bunch to say on this one. Actually, I'm going to skip the second one. I'm going to go to the latest one come in. Digital California IDs coming to Apple Wallet and Google Wallet.
Does that mean you have to show your phone to go vote?
No, that means you can show your phone to fly, to go on cruises, and to do a bunch of other things once they get it all done. They're already getting businesses to accept the what's it called, the beta run on it.
Oh, that.
Yeah. So.
But you don't need it to vote, right?
I wish they did. I wish they needed to get a California driver's license ID or ID card. Need to show the proof of citizenship.
Did you see the story that supposedly, apparently, everybody's social security number has been hacked? Look that one up. Like somebody must have hacked the Social Security Administration or something. I heard about 10 different people say the same thing.
Whoa, I typed in everyone's SO and it popped up. Everyone's social security number leaked. And down below it says everyone's social security number hacked.
There you go.
And top stories from Los Angeles 5 hours ago. This is the update 1 day ago from Fox and The Interpreter. And then some other ones from CBS and Los Angeles Times. Look at that in a minute here. Now, what was that? Simian pimples?
Yeah, that's
outbreak?
The new M-pox.
That one I haven't seen. That I haven't seen them mention that anywhere because all the news out.
What's his name from the WHO just claimed to that? You just talked about that. I just gave it a different name to not spark the.
Okay.
AI.
Okay, so it is Mpox. Okay, let me go back to the bottom here.
Simian pimples, you know.
All right. Before I go on the Social Security, the last one here I want to talk about. Indoor masking urged as California faces the, quote, largest summer red dragon wave yet, unquote. So you know what I slipped in there for red dragon, it should have been red dragon, but so and what that comes off in is information coming out that proof that the was fake. Not only was it fake, but they're coming out now with more and more doctors on it, and those that were ostracized for saying the truth are getting their credentials back.
Or committed suicide. Yeah.
And so, but the best one I saw was that fake she or Fauci or fake ass, pardon my French, has had 6 boosters and he came down sick again.
Yeah, I call BS on the boosters. I call BS on anything he took.
Yeah, the first one, and what's funny is he played the first news clip he did on it saying, if you take it, you will never get it. Yeah. And he's saying, I just got it again. I had my 6th one on. I just got it again. I was getting ready to take the next booster.
He's full of it. He's not taking any of them.
Yeah. And he's not getting it either, probably.
There was
something else.
There was nothing. There was a top 10 list of the 10 things they said, take it and you won't get it or whatever. And then the last one was, well, if you take it, you still might die, but you'll go to heaven.
Yeah. Much of the country, including California, is experiencing a summer bump in red dragon cases, according to the wastewater surveillance data.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So wait a minute. The wastewater doesn't tell you how many people have it. It does not tell you at all how many people have it or have anything or anything else. All it means is that something found an area of the sewage system where it wasn't pumping very fast, and the bacteria bred. So the California is among 27 states reporting very high levels, and another 17 states reporting high levels in wastewater. Only in wastewater.
Yeah, not in people. So you know what? Then stick the you know what thingy in the sewer, and that'll cure it.
Now, the problem is some places dump the sewer water after they treated it into rivers and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, how's it going? How the Garden's here. Susan Galay's here. Who else snuck in here while I was on my tirade, the whatever tirade?
Swede's in the house somewhere. There he is.
All right, yeah, Shadow Scout Swede. All righty, let's see what else we got here. There are some tests from California. In the last week, 14.3% of those tested who thought they have it came back positive. And whatever. Yeah. So that's, you can tell where that one's going. Fake alert, fake alert.
Must be election season.
Yeah. All right. Let me get back over here and get back to that. Okay, that takes care of all those. Yep. There we go. All right. Enough of that. All right. So everyone's social security number one. So let's see. I'm going to bring up the Fox 10 Phoenix since it's the oldest one on the list here, showing news for it, and it's if it's okay. So it says massive social security data breach suspected. New details. Okay, let's go into other things. So here it says everyone's social security number may have been stolen. And let's see here. See if I can go into a deep one into it. So here it's going in deep. All right. A hacking group called USDOD claims to have stolen 2.7 billion records of personal information from Americans, including their social security numbers and physical addresses.
Oh, time to be afraid again. Everybody be scared. Be scared.
Wow. My social security account is not linked to my physical address. It's linked to my post office box. And I had to fight with, I go, well, where are you going to send the mail to? Your physical address. I go, there is no physical address mail being done by the U.S. Postal Service in my city. Everybody gets a free post office box. And the person's mouth hit the floor. What? No, they don't. Yeah, they do. No one gets mail delivered to their house. So finally, I got them to put that on there. Take the physical address off. All right. So U.S. DOD offered to sell the stolen records, which include personal data for everyone in the U.S., UK, and Canada, to a forum of hackers. The data was stolen from National Public Data, a platform that offers personnel management to employers, private investigators, staffing agencies, and others doing background checks. Oh, well, I'm not on it then, because I'm not employed by anybody, and my record now is no longer active and is moved off the thing. So anybody's been retired a while, your information should have been moved out of the employer's databases. Should have. No telling if your employer is doing things right or not. Okay, the group claims to have stolen information several months ago from a data broker. Members of the group reportedly shared most of the sensitive data in an online forum for stolen data. Blah, 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 who's behind the theft? Da, 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 da. It just goes through that information again. Related AT&T hack. Da, da, da. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Something related, according to the news there. AT&T hacked nearly all, in quote, nearly all customers' call and text records exposed in data breach. Good thing I don't text anything bad. If I do, it's under a very heavy code. So that's the information they're sharing there about it. Let's see what Los Angeles Times has. This is the newest update 5 hours ago. Let's see what they say. It doesn't look like. Yeah. Okay. So about 4 months ago, after the notorious group hack claimed to have stolen the information, they released most of it for free on an online marketplace. Yeah, and this is one of the reasons I personally think that the Democrats really fudged things up by allowing the medical groups and to medical insurance to use our social security numbers, and then hospitals to use our social security numbers, and other stuff, other credit cards, anything else to use our social security numbers. Originally, they were not. It was against the law for them to even ask for it, and it was against the law for them to possess it. And then the Democrats went and changed the law so the medicals, so basically they turned it into a national ID number instead of your retirement number. Oh man. I'm just looking back at the chat here. Okay. Government's been providing for ages as advised by unpleasant results. Everybody should have been reading, catching all that information there. Yeah, it's there is some interesting information I'm coming up on. Oh, and the chief doctor from way back when of university professors. I'm trying to remember which medical hospital it was that he was recruited from. Were the ones out saying that were saying that vaccines are 100% safe. This was back, 20 years ago or more actually. Looking at remember the data, we're absolutely safe, and there was absolutely no threat to the public. And then all of a sudden, he got a job at the USDA. And now that he's retiring from the USDA, he's reversing. He's saying, "Yeah, we were all paid to say this. We were all bribed at the time, given money to lie about the safety of vaccines."
And he'll commit suicide with 2 shots to the back of the head here shortly.
But I think he's a little bit too public for that to happen. But yeah, it's and so I guess these some of the in quote radical investigators are trying to contact all the other doctors, and see if they'll fess up as well. But yeah. The problem is for them to extradite U.S. citizens from America to there, not only does the federal government need to agree, but the state government where the person lives needs to agree.
Yeah. Depending on what state it is and who's making the Fed decisions, they may be like, oh, yeah, you can have her, have him. Here you go.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, those UN agents will turn up dead before they get to the airport.
Yeah.
No, they crashed their car and miraculously the passenger walked away. We don't know where that passenger is now.
Sorry, you heard the airplane crash coming out of South America somewhere with, it was like 4 or 8 doctors on it that were all researching.
Six. Yeah, they were called cancer doctors. And one of the things that we're using the word cancer because we can't use the other word that begins with C.
Yeah.
And yeah, and there were 4 pilots on the plane too.
And apparently there was there was a woman, she was a lawyer or whatever, who had gone after the airline company multitude of times for safety issues. She was on board too.
Yeah. And did you see the way that plane came down?
Yeah, I saw the video of that one. Came down in it just flat landed. Yeah, just came down like, how did that stop and start doing a slow pirouette right dead center above itself? Well, they went into a stall.
Yeah.
Once you go into a stall on a big airplane like that, you drop like a rock.
Yeah.
And you spin. You just turn the ailerons a little bit, and you'll rotate like a helicopter, but you're not gonna take off.
Yeah. Howie's in here, Food Forest Permaculture. And
what's up, Howie?
So Mother Earth is stepping out. Yeah, she's headed to bed. Good night. Yeah. Yeah, but that storm we had here tonight, I was just getting ready to go out and move. I moved a bunch of stuff earlier out by the end of the garden there. And I was going to go out and just start shuttling bucket loads of wood chips over and finish it out to the end when, everything went nutso on it.
Hey, did you see that short video of Trump and Elon dancing to the Bee Gees, Staying Alive?
Yes. I love that one.
I said that to so many people. They're like, I can't stop watching that. That is so hysterical. You can't play that on here, can you?
I could if I found it. I didn't. I should have saved it because it's actually on a Facebook, one of the reels on Facebook. I could have saved the link to it and I didn't. But
you can't play it. You can't do a YouTube one because there's a ton on YouTube.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me pull something else here up here real quick. I got something else here pulled up, but I got to change some stuff around here. And so hang on, stop sharing. Present. I got to reshare this entire page with sound. And I want to make sure that I hope this plays loud enough, folks. So it's going to pop up here like this. And so this is British Parliament, but I'm going to hide it here so I don't get dinged for it. Because right now it's not playing, so I can't get dinged for it. Hopefully the audio will do it. And this is absolutely hilarious about who has the right for what. And they're trying to pass some stupid law, and she's just ripping on them. So let's see if I can get it to play here. Tell me if you can hear it.
Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offence or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit. Nobody has the right.
All right, did you hear that?
Oh, yeah. Who the hell was that?
I'm not sure. But as you can see, now that it's not playing, I can show her again. She's up there in age with the former queen. She is not, one of those ones that take guff off of anybody. And so, I mean, she's fighting back over there against stupid laws of probably about same thing about the posts on Facebook and Twitter and everything else that, oh, that's hateful because you're telling the truth. I'm not sure. Let me look that up here real quick. Now, the only thing that's coming up with that is a fictional person or an actress and singer. So, no, that's not that. But that was someone who's actually in Parliament. Yeah, so you check that stuff there. All right. Let me drop that down and bring up I can't remember when the last one I did on this. I think it was that one. But so I'm gonna start. Maybe be repeating one of these here. Let me get it up here. There.
Yeah, I just posted one of the short videos of Trump and Elon dancing to the Bee Gees "Staying Alive."
Yeah, that is absolute. So that's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I want to get this. I'm pulling up some Facebook memes for us to go over and talk about. All right, so I know I mentioned this, but I didn't have this to throw up. I didn't think the last time, so here it is. 90% of food in grocery stores today did not exist 90 years ago. 90% of the diseases we face today didn't either.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So my wife was at our everybody knows Aldi. We have Lidl, which is the sister store. My wife was in there, I think, 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. And there was like a woman looking at ingredients and stuff and just happened to be looking at my wife buying like their version of Triscuits, which has 4 ingredients in it. And she started asking her questions like, oh, is it any good? And she's like, well, yeah. And look at the ingredients. Woman's like, I never did that. Well, she started talking to her. Now the woman's following my wife all over the store. 2 more people joined in listening. She's showing them we were like instructors. She's showing them. She's like, oh, you don't like Fruit Loops and all that? Here, read the ingredients on that. Here, you like Cocoa Crisp? Wait, look at the Cocoa Cups from Lidl. 6 ingredients, 7 ingredients, 4 from the cocoa, which we all know that. And they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then as she starts talking about how it's not legal in Europe and all their ingredients over there have like 4 or 5 ingredients, but all the crap over here has like 100. And now they're walking around the store reading ingredients, and that my wife's just like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm like, no, you just saved a whole bunch of people. That's what you did. You're good.
Yeah. Interesting thing is, I was seeing an interview of this doctor talking to this little panel and stuff, and he was saying there are a lot of ingredients in the food that is illegal, even in the U.S., but because the food industry packages it or processes using the soy oil with something else. And then they can use that because it's not just soy oil now, it's a different product. They use that in the food ingredient, but because soy's in it, they got to list soy oil separately, but it's not actually put in there as soy oil. It's put in there as part of this other ingredient.
Yeah, soy lecithin or something. Yeah.
And so that's nasty. All right. So this one here really pisses me off because it's true.
Yep.
It's sad when your 7-year-old son can't pretend he's an Indian, but a grown-up man can pretend he's a woman.
You should take your 7-year-old to the doctor and say, my son identifies as a pirate. Could you please cut his arm off, put a hook on there, poke an eye out, and put a patch on it, and chop a leg off at the knee and give him a peg leg?
Yeah, that's what several people have said the same thing. You know. So instead of killing millions of chickens because of bird flu, why don't we just lock them down in the coop for 2 weeks to flatten the curve?
Yep.
Speaking of chicken things, one of the largest, I just saw a thing on a news clip on it. One of the largest big corporation chicken hatchery farm processing plants and stuff caught fire and
which one? Lots of them are catching fire now.
1.4 million chickens died in it. Now it's not one owned by Tyson. It's not one owned by one of the other big food groups. This was more of a quote independent co-op one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, fires always break out in chicken coops. Yeah, always.
Yeah. I like saying.
Yeah.
Mom, what does DEI mean? Didn't earn it. And there's some there was a how do I say this? I want to use crap. I'm not going to use the political term. There is an African American preacher that was out there saying we need to get rid of DEI, blah blah blah, but we need to replace it with DEI. And everybody thought, well, what? And he went on something. It was something totally different.
Sharp.
Can't remember what he said, but what he was saying, the D is not, and the I is not inclusive. It's, it's basically following the Bible type stuff.
So let me ask you a question. If DEI is so great, how come when I call somebody a DEI hire, they get angry?
Because they realize they didn't earn it. These are starting to pop up.
Yep.
This 5G small cell tower.
Huh.
Yeah. But but they only circle part of it. They should include everything: headaches, insomnia, cognitive fog, fatigue, tendinitis, I get your ear problem, vision problems, heart issues, flu-like symptoms, muscle and nervous system problems.
Wait, those are all the symptoms of what do they call it? Long red dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, every one of them.
Those are also the pre-symptoms for people that are coming down with certain cancers.
Whatever. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now because I could, but we'll all get banned real quick.
I went down it several years back. I think it was in 2019. It was in 2019 after we had our last emergency preparedness fair here for the county, and I'm trying to get the guys to, all right, the red dragon's gone. We need to get this emergency preparedness fair thing back up and going again. But there was a lady there who has authored books on it, and there was a hotspot that was at a university where the towers were right across the lawn, same side of the street as the university, but out by the curbside, and aimed at the university so all the students could use the 5G signal. And one of the buildings that was closest to it was the administrative offices, where a lot of admin people were coming down with cancer.
Yeah, there was a school that happened, a grammar school that happened to.
Well, this is a college. This is a university.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of places that's been happening.
But the spike, what do they call the hot spot for one of these outbreaks? But was insanely high. All right, so that takes care of that one there. Let's see here. Oh, this one's funny. I gotta blow it up. So everybody can see it.
Yeah, I love that one.
Oh yeah. All right. What else I got here? For those that can't, and I'm going to blow this up and split it here so everybody can see. We're being hailed, Captain, but it sounds like gibberish. Yeah.
Captain, what is that?
It is a terrifying life form. Oh, it went twice on me. There we go. So the top one, what you thought joining the resistance would be like, what it actually looks like. The only thing I wish they had on the bottom here was planting a garden too. And that was the last one of those for that. There were some other interesting ones. Unfortunately, there were some reels. I wish I could figure out how to snapshot the reel to make it, to pull the thing off of it. But yeah. All right. Yeah, let me catch what's going on here. Yeah, I gotta get out there and pick my garlic and see if I can get it to survive. But when I planted, all of a sudden it just died off. Everything on the top died. My wife, when she was here, she looked at it, she couldn't figure out, she would just pick it next week after it finished drying out. Yeah. I'm just catching up on the side chat. I guess Tuke by V and Lord Tanaka and some others having an interesting conversation there on figuring people out and getting things done. Tammy has a good way of looking at it. If nothing else, you may make some great friends and help others around you. CB showed back up again. Woohoo! All right, get back to
I'm waiting for my garlic to show up here, and I think October it gets delivered. So I can, because I put my garlic in here in the wintertime, or right before winter sets in, get it down 4 inches, and cover it up with straw in that, and it grows the roots all winter long. And in the spring, it starts to pop up. And yeah, usually by May, I'm pulling garlic.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try planting some rather than one of the raised planter beds, plant it, go ahead and plant it in the area in front of the house there, between the walkway and the house. It's not a true planter bed yet, but it's going to be a flower bed or something, or a vegetable bed or something bed. So I'll try planting some of it there and see if I can get it to go. But my wife said, harvest what I have out there, put it in a Ziploc in the refrigerator, and then in October plant it out in the outside. Let's keep it up on that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting ready. My daughter's getting well, two of my remaining yellow zucchini plants are kind of or golden zucchini plants are kind of going. Eh. The other two are just stout. It's a stout one, a wimpy one, a stout one, a wimpy one, and the stout ones are just producing. If it's one of those ones you blink, it's like how'd that 6-inch one get to be 18 inches long, and in a couple hours.
Green zucchini is the worst. I was picking my zucchinis. This is like 4 years ago. I won't grow zucchini anymore. And I'm picking the little ones and we're eating them and picking the little ones. And I'm always looking and looking. And 4 weeks later, I go out there and look. And there was one, I swear, it was like 24 inches long and 6 inches in diameter. It was massive. I'm like, how in God's name did I miss this? It was hiding under other leaves. You just couldn't see it. It just blended right in. I brought it in the house. We put it on the counter I think that was in the month of August. And it sat there for 4 months. Never changed. Never went bad. Never got soft. I finally cut it up and it was nothing but seed. But, it is what it is.
Well, that's probably what it did. It started turning into nothing but seeds. But when the zucchinis start getting big like that, they develop a toxic chemical in them, and there's something else you have to do to it to make it safe to eat again.
Whatever. We ate it. I didn't die.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I felt funny. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. There were several of the channels talking about that, and they say this is what you need to do to it. This is how you need to prepare it so you don't get sick. There were some were saying, they were talking about, dehydrate. You do something, you dehydrate, you freeze, or you freeze and dehydrate, or you just go ahead and freeze and then freeze dry it, and it kills off the whatever's in it, the toxicity on it. So. Hang on. I wish I could share a picture I'm looking at. It's called Yeah.
Nothing's built, nothing's back, and nothing's better. But yeah.
But it's that my daughter's getting overloaded. She's been making zucchini chips and slicing them up and dipping them in Parmesan cheese and sticking them in the oven and doing several other things with them. And she's to the point of just about ready to say no more zucchini. And as soon as she says that, I'm going to go ahead and just out there and rotor-till everything in the front under and drag some of the dirt farther away from the driveway so it goes down a couple inches, like 3 inches or so, and then start piling wood chips on top of it. So that
I'm waiting for one of my neighbors to start putting the zucchini out front and say, please take it. Because then I'm going to slice it up in 1/4-inch chips, throw it in a freeze dryer, and my wife will eat them as chips and dip them in salsa and all that stuff. Because freeze-dried ones are much better than dehydrated, because the dehydrated ones get tough. Freeze-dried, they get like puffy, fluffy, like styrofoam.
Yeah. I was just reading what Shadow Scout Sweet said there, and read everything twice. And if you have a lawyer friend that'll, come in for, give it a once over for you guys, do that too. It's if I can get everything down, I want to get the front kind of down and rotor tilts. I'll spread the dirt out farther and then pile a bunch of the chips, the wood chips and stuff on it, so it'll start decomposing and putting. And then in the spring, I can rotor till that in and then spread some more on top of that after I rotor till what I'm putting out there for the winter in. and get that area to be an even better producing garden spot. I think that for the front, the zucchini will do really good in the front because the wind didn't bother them. We got some, those winds and stuff didn't bother the zucchini at all because they were just kind of clumped. They weren't long, like they weren't growing like the pumpkins or the butternut squash. They just, a bush, and they just keep sticking out more and more zucchinis out as it grows. All right, what's that one?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to put in there what it was. I hit enter and it entered it. That's my my seed to sauce short video.
Okay. That's your video.
My video. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, I was gonna put all the information in there and I hit enter and okay. Sorry.
You can still throw the information in below it. The one of the things that I got, I was going to go up to the distillery and pick up some more IBC totes up there, but all of a sudden I had grandkids all over the place today. It's like, and usually when my daughter sends them over, they're misbehave, like that. It's usually all right. They're making her pull the hair out. And then I give them the third degree. All right, what'd you guys do to make your mother so mad at you? She still loves you, but what'd you do to make her mad at you? Aiden did this. Oliver did that. Danny did this. Eli was beating us all up. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I made him clean the house here a little bit and pick up more sticks outside. But,
Pick up six. Must have been a lot of them after that windstorm.
yeah, that was before that windstorm. That was just from all the trees and stuff. Trees falling down, and everything is still trees hit the ground. You get little sticks breaking off everywhere. So I'm having cleaned out between my driveway and the street, and the rocks are just going to pick up sticks. Okay, it looks good. Next day, it's like, oh man, you guys missed a whole bunch more. Try it again.
Yeah, get one of those totes and one of those big IBC things and fill it up with kindling.
Yeah, well, but they're picking up. It's just going into the compost pile. That's the general size of most of them.
Little ones.
Yeah, but I do have a couple more IBC tote short ones that I'm going to be putting on pallets that I can load up with a bunch of wood that does not need to be split. From the biggest one I put in straight down to the small ones. That's what I'm going to be putting in those, and putting those on the patio underneath the cover. So if need be, I have firewood that's dry. But for the summer, I'm going to leave them out along the side of the driveway there, where I can just hook them up with the pallet jack and roll them in before they get the winter comes. But that way they'll dry out even more.
Are you putting them in the plastic tote or the cage for the totes?
The ones I've cut in half that I was using as a planter out there, I'm putting big ones in there, and I take everything out of it, put it in there. So yeah, I have the plastic on it. That way the mice can't get up in it to nest in the firewood. Yeah. And the small pieces don't fall through the cage. And some of the ones that are without the cage are just the plastic inserts. I'll just set, because they're only about 18 inches high. I'll just, put firewood in there and just stack it up to like a pyramid, and just roll it around and just stick it in underneath the cover back there.
Yeah, as long as it can dry out at the bottom level where it's in the plastic.
Yeah, well, yeah, it will. Sitting out in the sun for another month and a half, yeah, it'll dry out real good. Especially if we get back up into the high temperatures again. Let me check something here while I'm thinking about it. There it is. Temperatures. Okay, so Tuesday we're supposed to get up to 91. And then back down into the low 80s, then back up to the mid 80s by the 29th, like 88 on the 29th, 87 on the 28th. So yeah, it's going up the the end of the month, getting hotter. So, but still, it's mostly sunny or sunny every day between now and then, except for those couple of little T storms I talked about. Coming up on this weekend. After this weekend, after Monday, it's all for the next 13 days or so, 14 days after Monday, it's all hot. Just got a second, and yeah,
I got one of those. Work great.
Yeah. I got a really old one from my grandmother that hasn't been used in 40 years.
My mom used to use her, it was a potato ricer. It's the it's like a colander sort of, and it has the handle. You spin it round and round.
Yeah.
And it works great for tomatoes. You just cook them a little bit, or not even, just chop them up and throw them in there, and it pushes all the pulp out. You get a few seeds and stuff, but it gets all the skins and that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's this is one of those times of I need to do more. Now I did do something. Let me see if I can bring this up here. I got trying to remember when I think I got it the last Saturday of July. And let me bring this up here. There we go. Let's see if I can get this up here so I can actually show you a picture of about. I can't bring it in here because it's a live stream. And you go, oh, you can't do that on a live stream. You can show pictures, but you can't bring it. You can't handle it on a live stream. There we go. It's acting up here. Okay, let's get in here so I can find. Oh, shoot, just lost the name. Just forgot the. It's not a Rossi. It's not a Ruger. It begins with S. Oh, well. Let me do this right here. 22. It's thinking. I want to show you a picture of what I got here. Brands. Here we go. Maybe it wasn't. No, maybe. Maybe it was a Rossi. See what we got here. They don't even show the right one here. Anyways, it is a 22 long rifle that can also shoot longs and shorts. And it's bolt action, has the threaded barrel on the end so you can put a flash suppressor or other item on the end of it. And it has the Picatinny rail on there, so I've already got my laser on it. I just got to go down and do some paperwork with the sheriff, and then I can go back up and I can get the tubular extension for it. Never heard of cargo shorts, Kaylin. But anyways, yeah, so I'm getting that, and then I'm going to get the. I also need to get a special scope for it to go, so I can still use the laser on it, but it has the mountain thing on it, extension on it. But yeah, I got that for. So when my wife comes up here, I can say, "Here, you say you don't want pistols? Here you go." And she can use the bolt. She likes the bolt actions, for simplicity. But she'd like to get a left-handed something on an AR platform and left-handed. But that's a lot of money. Yeah, the thing is, I want to put a can on it because I want to absolutely, I'll be, the rounds, I got a bunch of rounds that are subsonic. So I want absolutely nobody know what and where from. What I'd like to get, unfortunately, it's and it may be soon. If things keep going, it may be allowed again. Is you can get the quote the solvent adapter for that you can put like a fuel filter on it.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. You're gonna get banned. Don't talk about it.
No, I found out what you can't say, but you get that on there so you can clean it out properly. But the ban on the on people misusing the solvent adapter is maybe going by the wayside with all the court rulings going against the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives. The latter two should not be in that under that agency at all.
Yeah, I heard they were kind of shying away from having to get all kinds of paperwork and permits and leave it in your will and all this other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because there have been several ones saying that, several courts have come out and say you do not have the authority to make these rules. These are law. You're trying to make laws, and you don't have authority to make them. And one court said you are violating the Second Amendment of the Constitution with this. And then another court came out and specifically talking about the cans, saying that is not under your preview at all to have any effectiveness over them. No jurisdiction at all. But yeah. Although looking at Kaylin, all those are out of her. Yeah, she has her pump it up air rifle. I actually saw some more good reviews coming out from big channels talking about all the good, bad, the ugly of the Hatsan 25 caliber air rifle, which has a built-in. They call it something else, but it's a noise reducer. She's got a pistol, not an air rifle. Well, actually, I have a Crossman pistol, but you unscrew the screw that holds the pistol grips on, and it puts on a shoulder brace on it for it.
It's still an air rifle, so doesn't count.
Yeah, but that's why you take the pistol and it becomes an air rifle. Or at least it becomes more stabilized. Oh, I've done with a couple of years back, me and Dave from Southern Ohio Prepping, and I had Bruce from Backwood Law on there as well. And we went through the four, at the time there were 4 different companies making the 50 cal. The Texan, the Air Force Texan was the big one at the time. But yeah, but now even better than that one is the 72 caliber. Oh, geez. I'm pretty far on the name here. Hang on. Shoot. What's the sorry guys, I got the stuff right on the tip of my tongue. Maccabee Speed has one. He did, you know, for 6 months he was doing all sorts of neat reviews on it. Let me do it this way here. I can find it this way here. Okay. Get back over here on this side over here. All right. I'm looking up 0.72. Really? Wow. This thing's acting up weird. All right. I don't know why that's not showing up there. Let me do. I'm saying it's driving me nuts here, folks. I'm sorry. It's driving me nuts. I want to find out. Let me get this. Okay. It's the AEA Precision Zeus 72 caliber pre-charged pneumatic rifle. Interesting thing is that when Maccabee Speed he had a malfunction in the valve trigger assembly, and when he got it back from the shop, they didn't work on it. He did it. First shot he did, it dumped the entire cylinder, the air cylinder on it, and it was running it through the chronograph, and it knocked him back because so it pushed the gun back hard, and because it dumped totally, it bypassed the pressure regulator on it. And the speed of that 72 caliber slug, I can't remember what the speed was on it, but all I know is for several times he's saying every time he came in and did a video after it, I'm still checking. I can't find anybody that has recorded a feet per second faster than what this thing did. And he set a world record on the speed for a 72 caliber slug from an air rifle. Actually, that's only if you get the high dollar, but you can get the 3-stage hand pump for. Hang on, I'm not sure exactly how much it costs there on that, but down. Close that. Let me get this over here because I have those saved. Okay, so if I go down to my hunting here and see if I got the pumps on here. Those are the arrows. That's the one. It's that one. Okay, the Benjamin high pressure hand pump is it's gone up. It's now 201. The rest of the other one's going to be under tactical. Tactical. There we go. Down to that. Yeah, the dual voltage, either 12 volt or 120 volt pump is 349. That one actually went down. That was 379 when I put it in there. And I don't have, thought I had the other hand pump put over here. I don't see it right now. No, don't see it. They must have stopped carrying. You know, when Amazon stops carrying things, it removes it from your wish list as well, since it's no longer carried. But yeah, there are several different of the hand pumps. See if I can find the others. See if it listed it. Okay, yeah. Here's the high pressure hand pump for $60. It's the one listed for selling with the hat sand. So. Oh, you want that? I got that right here. I'll show it to you. Yeah, DOT certified. So you can go to any scuba shop and they'll fill it up for you, for like filling up a regular tank.
Just get a scuba tank.
These are higher pressure than a scuba tank, and so you show them this. You take the paperwork with it, and they'll pump it up to its limit. What was neat about the AEA Zeus, if you dial the pressure down on the regulator below 4,200 pounds per square inch, which it takes the slug down to subsonic. And then they have a screw-on muffler, they call it, that reduces the noise. So you can't, at subsonic speed, you can't hear it if you're standing 15 feet away from the gun when it goes off.
I guess the only thing you hear is the click sound of the mechanism.
Yeah. And actually, the working the bolt is louder than the click sound. All right. Yeah, where are the crickets? Exactly. Oh, just looked at the time here. Oh. All right. Yeah. So, any guys, gals, if you're not working on your fall garden, think about it. Start planning it, getting ready on it. I'm just looking at that. Yeah, I was about ready to say goodnight, Glenn. So coming up tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound is, I believe we're talking about fabrication. Let me make sure. There it is. Yeah, so fabrication to save money. So recycling, upcycling, whatever you want. Building things on your own, making your own little miniature forge if you need to. You know, getting some inexpensive fabricating hand tools and stuff and start making things. And basically, rather than spending, $50 to buy it at the store, you can make it for 20. Things like that. Saturday, back here on Grayman Prepping for Survival Saturday, is stealth cooking. So we're going to talk about, ways to cook where you don't give your position away or give away what it is you're cooking to all your neighbors or somebody a mile or two down the road or whatever else, depending where you're at when things go like that.
No garlic and no Indian food.
Yeah. And Jack's here at Geeky Gardens. I'm heading back to Florida next week to start working on his winter garden. Yes. And okay, so Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, we're going to talk about canning on firewood. So we'll be talking about both pressure canning and water bath canning and steam canning on firewood and what you need to do, what's good, what's bad, what's ugly. Tuesday on Grayman Prepping here, Tactical Tuesday, is limitations of emergency management systems. Talk about federal, state, county, and city systems, Office of Emergency Services, Office of Emergency Management, all different ones depending on what your state, city, county, parish, whatever calls it. And I'll be also talking on some of the shortfalls of the federal government, thanks to Congress, and everybody thinks they got a lot more money than they do, but things that don't count on these, what these agencies can do for you and what they cannot do for you. So that'll be on Tuesday, and then of course next Thursday is going to be more news and whatever you guys want to talk about.
I missed your Tuesday one on You Might Be a Prepper If, because I was prepping and totally forgot about it. I had 26 jars of salsa going through, and by the time I realized what time it was, I'm like, okay, he's done. I'll watch the replay.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So, remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out doing anything foolish. And keep adding to your preps. Water is the number one thing you need. Food is number two. Medicines, clothing, learn new skills. Try to add new skills. Even if it's just picking up a book and reading on how to do electrical wiring. Learn how to do it. Practice doing electrical wiring using a 6-volt, those little 6-volt batteries, or a little 12-volt battery, so you don't get hurt if you do it wrong. But practice doing things, making things and stuff, how to do wiring and stuff, so that when you have to, you can do it. Plumbing, same thing. Learn about plumbing. Learn about processing animals, canning, vegetable gardening. Learn all you can about everything. Leather working. Learn stuff. All right. Okay, so with that, everyone, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow over on Camp Patton Family Compound. And take care. We'll see you there.
Have a good night, everybody.